To learn more about Black history in the U.S., it seemed only fitting to visit the nation's capital, a treasure trove for American history and all of its complexity. So we booked a VIP tour with D.C. area native Robert Henderson, one of the city's most knowledgeable and sought-after tour guides who lived through the dark days of segregation to see the sun rise on freedom. We began our tour downtown at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, which was erected in 2011, just a stone's throw from where he gave his legendary "I Have a Dream" speech.
Come and look at the memorial from an open mind. Look at all of his sayings, the things that he has done for us. You can see that they put a lot of that feeling in this memorial, and take that home with you when you leave, that you saw Martin Luther King. The first time that I came to visit it, I stood at one section, closed my eyes, and cleared my mind to get the feeling of the presence of Martin Luther King. Out of the mountain of despair comes hope. Martin Luther King was the hope for freedom. Look at it as a point of reference for the history of all people, not only just for Black Americans, but it was for everybody. Everybody that suffered some injustice because of freedom.
For Bob, Black history is still as important as ever.
I love what's happening with history. Look, we're taking 1 month out of the year, February, to enlighten everyone about the Black history experience, their lives, what they have achieved, and where we're going. The direction is positive direction, and I love it all. Everybody has something in their past that they need to talk about. And if you take the time to go ahead and do it now, it will have a positive ending for everyone. God has blessed us with an opportunity to share these memories and what we went through with a positive note in our nation. And this means we must develop a world perspective. Nobody is excluded in that entire thing. That's a wonderful statement. Everybody's included.
It's for everybody.
Everybody, not just one people.
To pay homage to some of those individuals, Bob took me on a driving tour of some of the foremost Black history monuments in D.C., including the U.S. Capitol building, whose dome statue was assembled by former slave Philip Reed. The Tidal Basin Bridge, designed by Black architect Archie Alexander, whose work reaches all the way to Georgetown, including the Whitehurst and K Street elevated freeways, the first ever raised highways. We headed to Capitol Hill to see the Friedmans Memorial to Abraham Lincoln.
Of mankind and his gracious favor of Almighty God.
All right.
That's all right.
Which faces a statue honoring Mary McLeod Bethune, who fought to educate Blacks in America.
And that's taking the manacles off and giving you education.
They say that ignorance is, it's like a form of slavery all its own.
All its own, all by itself. Yes, it is.
Next, it was off to the historic U Street corridor to visit the African American Civil War Memorial and the African American Civil War Museum. I was floored by what seemed like an ocean of names on the walls, a dedication to members of the United States Colored Troops, also known as the Colored Infantry, who comprised 1/10 of the Union Army. But what touched me most was finding the names of several of my own ancestors who fought for freedom of this country at a time when they weren't even recognized as citizens.
Richard, there he is, right there. Heinrich Tyler, 102nd Regiment of the United States Colored Infantry.
Heinrich Tyler.
Wonder what it was like in his day.
That had to be, whew.
I don't know if I want to know. It was scary.
That's something I really wouldn't want to find out about.
Yeah.
No.
And fighting in the Army? Oh, here
Alexander? No.
Oh, here they are. Yeah.
Richard
Tyler
and
and
Shepard.
Shepard Tyler. Yeah, right there.
Richard and Shepard. Right here together. That's 28th Infantry.
We continued our tour with a stop at the historic Howard Theater, where musical greats like James Brown, Ella Fitzgerald, and Duke Ellington entertained thousands. The VIP tour ended at the world-famous Black-owned Ben's Chili Bowl, the oldest business standing in the U Street corridor. It survived the decimation of riots following Martin Luther King's death and has been serving joy, hope, and the best chili dogs to presidents, statesmen, and celebrities alike since 1958.
I get a half smoke to go, please. Okay. Everything. Everything, Doc. Everything. Onion is all. I'm not kissing nobody today. Just one, baby. Just one.
You had to.
I had to. All right, baby.